If you choose comfort today, you'll pay with regret tomorrow. But if you choose discipline today, your future will thank you. The question is simple. Will you do what's hard now or suffer later? Every life is shaped by choices. Not the big, dramatic ones, but the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. Easy paths promise comfort, but they secretly charge interest. Hard choices demand effort, sacrifice, and courage, but they pay dividends for a lifetime. Today, let's talk about why choosing hard now is the key to living free later. Hard choices build strengths because they force you to confront discomfort instead of running from it. Every time you choose to wake up early when your body begs for more sleep, you are doing more than adjusting your schedule. You are teaching your mind that it does not control you, you control it. That single act of resistance sends a powerful message to your brain. Comfort is optional, but commitment is not. Over time, this message reshapes how you respond to challenges, not just in the morning, but in every area of life. Discipline works the same way. When you follow through on what you said you would do, especially when motivation is low, you are strengthening an internal muscle that most people neglect. Anyone can act when they feel inspired. Very few can act when they feel tired, bored, or discouraged. That ability is what separates people who talk about change from people who create it. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. Each disciplined choice reinforces the belief that you are capable, reliable, and in control of your direction. Pushing through resistance is where real growth begins. Resistance shows up as doubt, fear, excuses, and that quiet voice that says, "You can do it tomorrow." When you push past that voice, even in small ways, you expand your limits. You prove to yourself that discomfort is temporary, but strength is permanent. This process doesn't happen overnight. It happens through repetition. One hard choice may feel insignificant, but repeated daily, it rewires your mindset and elevates your standards. You learn that setbacks don't define you and difficulty doesn't defeat you. Instead, hardship becomes training. It prepares you for responsibilities, leadership, and opportunities that would crush a weaker version of you. What makes this kind of strength powerful is that it carries into everything you do. The person who trains themselves to act with discipline at the gym, at work, or in their daily habits becomes someone who can be trusted with bigger challenges. Confidence grows quietly from keeping promises to yourself. It's not loud or flashy, but it's unshakable because it's earned through effort. Strength is never gifted. It is built, choice by choice, moment by moment, when no one is watching. And once you build it, no one can take it away. Hard choices may demand more from you today, but they give you something priceless in return, a version of yourself that can handle pressure, face adversity, and keep moving forward no matter how hard the road becomes. Easy choices are seductive because they promise comfort right now. They whisper that rest can come before effort, that tomorrow will be a better time, that skipping one step won't really matter. In the moment, they feel harmless, even deserved. But what makes easy choices dangerous is not their immediate effectiveness, the silent cost they carry into the future. Every time you delay what needs to be done, you trade long-term progress for short-term relief, and that trade is always unfair. Procrastination is rarely about laziness. It's about avoiding discomfort. The task feels heavy, uncertain, or challenging, so the mind looks for escape. But avoidance does not erase responsibility. It only postpones it. The work you refuse to do today waits for you tomorrow, often bigger and more intimidating than before. Over time, these delays stack up, creating pressure, stress, and a sense of being behind, even when you're busy all day. Excuses work the same way. They protect your ego in the present by giving you a reason not to act. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll start when things settle down. Each excuse feels reasonable, but together they form a habit of self-betrayal. The more often you justify inaction, the easier it becomes to lower your standards. Eventually, excuses stop sounding like lies and start feeling like truth, quietly reshaping your identity. Shortcuts are another trap. They offer faster results with less effort, but they skip the process that builds real competence and confidence. When you take shortcuts, you may arrive sooner, but you arrive weaker. Skills remain undeveloped, discipline stays shallow, and when pressure comes, there is nothing solid to rely on. The path you avoided becomes the weakness that holds you back later. What makes easy choices especially dangerous is that their consequences are delayed. Nothing breaks immediately. No alarm goes off. Life continues, which convinces you that the choice didn't matter. But time is always keeping score. Missed opportunities, unrealized potential, and unbuilt skills slowly collect interest. And one day, when you look at where you are versus where you could have been, regret arrives not loudly, but heavily. Regret is painful because it comes with clarity. It shows you that the future you wanted was available, but it required decisions you avoided. That realization is far heavier than temporary discomfort ever was. The hardest part is knowing that most of the damage wasn't caused by failure, but by inaction. Easy choices don't destroy your future in one dramatic moment. They do it quietly, through repetition. And the only way to protect your future is to recognize that discomfort is the price of growth, while comfort is the price of stagnation. What feels easy today may cost you everything tomorrow. Hard choices create self-respect because they require you to honor your word, especially when no one else is holding you accountable. Every promise you make to yourself, whether it's to wake up early, stay disciplined, or follow through on a difficult task, is a test of integrity. When you keep that promise, even in small ways, something shifts inside you. You begin to trust yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of real confidence. Most people look for confidence in external validation, praise, approval, or recognition. But that kind of confidence is fragile because it depends on others. True confidence grows internally. It develops when your actions align with your intentions. Each time you do what you said you would do, you reinforce the belief that you are dependable. That belief doesn't need applause. It shows up in how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you respond to pressure. Keeping promises to yourself is not easy because no one sees when you break them. There are no immediate consequences, no criticism, no public failure. But there is a quiet cost. Each broken promise weakens your self-image. Over time, it creates doubt. You begin to question your own commitment, your discipline, and your worth. Hard choices interrupt that cycle. They demand effort in moments where excuses would be easier, and that effort restores your respect. Consistency is where this transformation becomes powerful. One good decision feels encouraging, but repeated good decisions reshape your identity. When you show up day after day, after days when motivation is low, prove that your values are not conditional. This consistency builds inner strength. You stop relying on mood or circumstance and start relying on principle. That shift alone separates people who drift through life from those who direct it. Integrity is the quiet engine behind self-respect. It means living by the same standards whether you are being watched or not. When your private actions match your public goals, you no longer feel divided. There is no guilt, no inner conflict, no sense of pretending. You become whole. That wholeness creates calm confidence, the kind that doesn't need to announce itself because it's rooted in truth. Standing taller doesn't mean feeling superior, it means feeling aligned. You walk with clarity because you know you are doing the work, facing the discomfort, and honoring your commitments. Even when progress is slow, you feel grounded because you are moving in the right direction. That feeling is priceless. It cannot be bought, borrowed, or faked. Hard choices may challenge you daily, but they reward you with something far greater than comfort. They give you self-respect, and when you respect yourself, you no longer need to prove your worth to the world. Your actions already do. Discipline today buys freedom tomorrow because every structured, intentional decision you make now removes a future limitation. Most people misunderstand freedom. They think it means doing whatever they want, whenever they want. In reality, that version of freedom often leads to dependence on money, on circumstances, on other people. True freedom is the ability to choose without fear, pressure, or desperation. And that kind of freedom is built through discipline. Financial stability is a clear example. Saving money, budgeting, investing, and living below your means are uncomfortable at first. They require saying no to impulse, delaying pleasure, and planning ahead when others are spending freely. In the moment, discipline feels restrictive. But over time, it creates options. It removes anxiety. It gives you the freedom to walk away from unhealthy environments, take calculated risks, and support the people you care about without panic. What once felt like sacrifice becomes security. The same principle applies to physical health. Exercise, proper nutrition, sleep, and consistency are rarely exciting. They demand effort when you're tired and restraint when temptation is strong. Skipping a workout or choosing unhealthy habits feels easier in the short term, but the cost shows up later as low energy, illness, and dependence. Discipline in health pays freedom in movement, strength, and confidence. It allows you to live actively, think clearly, and age with dignity instead of limitation. Inner peace is perhaps the most valuable freedom discipline creates. When your life lacks structure, your mind carries constant stress. Unfinished tasks, ignored responsibilities, and broken commitments create mental noise. Discipline brings order. It reduces chaos. When you handle what needs to be done, you quiet the voice of guilt and anxiety. Peace docenti come from avoiding effort, comes from knowing you are aligned with your values and responsibilities. What makes discipline powerful is that its rewards are delayed but lasting. Effort today does not always produce immediate comfort, but it prevents future suffering. Freedom, in this sense, is never accidental. It is earned quietly through daily decisions that seem small but compound over time. Each disciplined action is a deposit. Each avoided responsibility is a withdrawal. Eventually, the balance becomes undeniable. Effort is the price of independence. When you build skills, manage your time, control your habits, and face discomfort willingly, you reduce your reliance on luck and external help. You become capable. Capability is freedom. It means life doesn't easily trap you because you have the strength and structure to respond. Freedom is never free. It is prepaid by effort, sacrifice, and consistency. The discomfort you feel today is not punishment, it is an investment. And like all good investments, it rewards those who commit early, stay disciplined, and understand that the greatest freedoms are not given, but earned. You eat healthy foods. You avoid junk, fried items, and excessive sugar. Your meals are full of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and home-cooked dishes. Yet your digestion still feels slow. You feel heavy after meals, bloated, constipated, or uncomfortable. It's confusing because healthy food is supposed to improve digestion, not make it worse. The truth is, digestion is not only about what you eat, it's about how your body processes what you eat. Even the healthiest foods can slow digestion if your digestive system is not supported properly. One of the most common reasons is low stomach acid. Stress, poor sleep, aging, and irregular eating habits can reduce stomach acid production. Stomach acid is essential for breaking down food, especially protein. When acid is low, food stays in the stomach longer, leading to heaviness, bloating, and slow digestion once it reaches the intestines. Another major reason is eating too much fiber too quickly. Healthy diets are often high in fiber, which is excellent for gut health, but sudden increases can overwhelm digestion. Fiber feeds gut bacteria, and when fermentation happens too rapidly, gas builds up and digestion feels sluggish rather than smooth. Stress while eating is another powerful factor. When you eat in a rushed, anxious, or distracted state, your body stays in fight or flight mode. In this mode, digestion slows down because blood flow is redirected away from the gut. Even nutritious food becomes difficult to digest when the nervous system is stressed. Hydration imbalance also plays a role. Drinking too little water slows digestion and hardens stool. But drinking large amounts of water during meals can dilute stomach acid and digestive enzymes. Both extremes can lead to slow digestion and bloating. Cold and raw foods can be challenging for some people. Smoothies, salads, and chilled foods require more digestive effort. When digestion is already weak, these foods can slow the process even further, especially in the morning or at night. Lack of physical movement is another hidden cause. Digestion depends on gentle movement of the intestines. Long hours of sitting and minimal walking reduce gut motility, making digestion sluggish even with a clean diet. All these factors create the false belief that healthy food doesn't suit me, when in reality, the digestive system itself needs support. Another reason digestion slows down is poor chewing. Digestion doesn't start in the stomach, it starts in the mouth. When food is swallowed quickly, without proper chewing, the stomach has to work much harder. Large food particles stay in the digestive tract longer, increasing bloating, gas, and heaviness. Even the healthiest meal can feel uncomfortable if it isn't chewed well. Meal timing also matters more than most people realize. Skipping meals, eating very late at night, or having irregular meal times confuses your digestive rhythm. Your gut follows a natural clock. When meals come at random times, digestive enzyme release becomes inconsistent, leading to slow digestion and incomplete breakdown of food. Overeating healthy food is another overlooked issue. Healthy doesn't mean unlimited. Large portions stretch the stomach and slow gastric emptying. But when the stomach is overloaded, digestion becomes sluggish, and food can sit there longer than it should, causing acid reflux, pressure, and fatigue after eating. Hidden food sensitivities can also play a role. Foods like dairy, gluten, legumes, onions, garlic, or even certain fruits can slow digestion in sensitive individuals. This leads to undigested food reaching the intestines, where it ferments and creates bloating and discomfort. Gut bacteria imbalance is another key contributor. A healthy gut needs a balanced mix of beneficial bacteria. When harmful bacteria overgrow, digestion slows, gas increases, and nutrients are absorbed poorly. This imbalance can happen even in people who eat healthy, especially after antibiotics, chronic stress, or frequent illness. Lack of relaxation after meals also affects digestion. Immediately lying down, working, or scrolling on your phone keeps your nervous system active instead of calm. Digestion works best when the body feels safe and relaxed. Even a short walk or sitting calmly for a few minutes can significantly improve digestion. Slow digestion is rarely caused by food alone. It is usually the result of habits, stress, timing, and gut function working against your healthy diet. The good news is that slow digestion can often be improved with small, consistent changes. You don't need extreme diets or expensive supplements. Your body already knows how to digest food. You just need to support the process. Start with mindful eating. Sit down, slow down, and chew each bite thoroughly. Aim to chew until the food feels almost liquid in your mouth. This alone reduces the workload on your stomach and helps nutrients absorb more efficiently. Hydration plays a big role, but timing matters. Drinking water throughout the day supports digestion, but avoid drinking large amounts during meals. Too much liquid while eating can dilute stomach acid, making digestion slower. Small sips are fine. Support your stomach acid naturally. Many people assume acid causes digestive problems, but low stomach acid is often the real issue. Bitter foods like lemon, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and leafy greens can gently stimulate acid production and improve digestion. Include fiber the right way. Fiber is essential, but too much too fast can slow digestion. Balance soluble fiber from oats, chia seeds, and fruits with insoluble fiber from vegetables. Increase fiber gradually and always pair it with enough water. Manage stress intentionally. Deep breathing before meals, light stretching, or a short walk can shift your body into a digestion-friendly state. But when stress hormones are high, digestion automatically slows down.